Village Council meeting for January 23rd, 2023 will come to order. We begin our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're able, please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Madam Clerk, you want to call the roll?
Yes.
Commissioner Burns,
Here.
Commissioner Maxim,
Here.
Commissioner Nero,
Here.
Commissioner Vogt,
Here.
Mayor Hoskins.
Here. Okay, approval of the minutes from the January 9th, 2023 Village Council meeting. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Burns. Is there a second?
A second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion? Okay, there's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye. Public comment.
Yes, we have Kristen Lyons.
Good evening, Mayor Hoskins, Village of Forest Park Commissioners, Madam Clerk, and those here in attendance. My name is Kristen Lyons, and I am the 2022-23 President of the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park. I'm here today to make comment in anticipation of the pending agenda item about the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park and the celebration of our 100th anniversary. Many ask, what is a Kiwanis? What does Kiwanis do? What is the mission of Kiwanis? Who does Kiwanis serve? Kiwanis International was founded in 1915 by a group of businessmen in Detroit, Michigan. The name Kiwanis was coined from an American Indian expression. I'm probably going to screw this up when I say it. Nuk Kiwanis, which means we trade. In 1920, the motto of Kiwanis became we build. And it was not until a more modern motto came about in 2009 to serving the children of the world. And that what is Kiwanis is about is serving children. Today, there are local Kiwanis chapters in nearly 80 nations throughout the world, 5,001 clubs in the United States with over 141,000 members in the US alone. On the international stage, the Kiwanis Club is material in trying to eradicate neonatal tetanus, a deadly and painful disease. This is a completely preventable disease called MNT. And with the help of the Kiwanis International has raised money for life-saving vaccines, health education, and provide safe birth environments for the world's poorest and most vulnerable populations. Now, because of Kiwanis, millions of women give birth without the fear of their babies dying from this horrible disease. And our group remains committed to raising money and funding efforts to save and protect mothers and babies, especially in the 12 countries where MNT is a great public health risk. Service is the heart of every Kiwanis club. Kiwanis members stage more than 150,000 service projects on the international and local stage, and it adds up to more than 19 million hours of public service each year. Now, where does our little Forest Park Kiwanis Club kind of fit in this global and local community of helping children? In 1923, when the club was founded, they held their first meeting at the Ruse factory located where the present day Ruse Athletic Center at Circle and Harrison. Since 1923, one of our very distinguished members has been a Kiwanis member, and that is from the Moore family. We started in the 1920s. Membership was all male. Our present club is nearly half female. Our local Kiwanis group has encouraged and helped the local Forest Park troops, District 91, District 209, and a key club in the past, has helped launch the 209 Scholarship and helps the food pantry at the community center and also with holiday events, works with the public library, and much, much more. We hope you'll come to support the Forest Park Kiwanis Club in 2023 with our upcoming things to celebrate our 100th anniversary. We will have an ice cream named after us at a local famous place. Some cookies also made just for our organization. We're having a trivia night this winter, a May Taco Day, September Peanut Days collecting on the corners, and the big 100 years in the making celebration party in September of 23. I have here with me today the original charter, if anyone would like to come see it, that was entered on January 25th, 1923. And I also have a picture of some of our original members, and you'll see some very noticeable names like Ruse, Crawford, Moore, of those original members. I do hope that the celebration events our local Kiwanis Club will be doing in this next year to celebrate our 100th anniversary will encourage others in this community to join our group. Our theme for this year is continuity and change. And we hope that this year to have more members, and some of you on our board currently are members, and I hope some of you will become members. I want to thank you so much for supporting our Kiwanis Club for the past 100 years. And I say to everyone, be someone, be a Kiwanian. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. Okay, Commissioners, there are no formal communications tonight under department reports. I believe everyone has a copy of the Police Department report for November and December of 2022. And now we are at bills by resolution. Madam Clerk, whenever you're ready.
Be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Forest Park, Cook County, Illinois, that we dispense with the reading of the individual bills inasmuch as each department head has approved and signed bills in the following aggregate amount for the respective departments. Refunds and allocations, $22,415.07. Public Affairs, $28,521.85. Police Department, $6,000. Community Center, $1,042.21. Accounts and Finance Clerk's Office, $314,749.77. Accounts and Finance Fire Department, $38,391.62. Department of Health and Safety, $10,855.62. Street Department, $26,628.17. Public Property, $53,691.80. Seizure, $279.90. Federal Customs, $19,051.96. TIF, $11,674.24. VIP, $11,989.96. Water Department, $345,759.36 for a total of $891,051.53.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, is there a motion to adopt the resolution on the bills?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Burns. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Burns.
Aye.
Commissioner Maxim.
Aye.
Commissioner Nero.
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is Resolution R-03-23.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. There is no unfinished business tonight, Commissioners. So moving to new business, we're going to take up a proclamation honoring the 100th anniversary of the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park. Would you please read it?
Whereas Kiwanis is an international organization of volunteers working to improve the world one child and one community at a time. And whereas the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park on January 25th, 1923 received its first and original charter. And whereas the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park in 1923 held its first meeting in the Ed Roos Company of Forest Park building located at the corner of Circle and Harrison, now the current Roos Recreation Center. And whereas the Moore family has been active in both the Village of Forest Park and the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park since 1923. And whereas the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park has served the physical, emotional, and intellectual needs of the youth of the Village of Forest Park for 100 years. And whereas the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park has been an important part of the social infrastructure of our community. And whereas the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park has supported and continues to support the Community Center of Forest Park Food Pantry and holiday food and toy drives. And whereas the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park has supported and continues to support the Boy Scouts, 209 Scholarship, District 91 School, Forest Park Library, and other youth organizations within the community. whereas the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park hosts an annual peanut days every September. And whereas the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park will celebrate the 100th anniversary of its charter reception this year, 2023. And whereas the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park, being an essential part of the Forest Park community, an advocate for the youth of our village. Therefore, let it be resolved that January 25th, 2023, the 100th anniversary of the Kiwanis Club of Forest Park's inception shall be declared Kiwanis Club of Forest Park Day in the village of Forest Park, Cook County, Illinois.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, does anyone object to having on record a unanimous motion to adopt this proclamation? No objections? Okay.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero. Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye. Congratulations, Kiwanians. Okay, Commissioners, next item is an ordinance abating the tax heretofore levied for the year 2022 to pay the principal and interest on the village's general obligation refunded bonds. This is the series 2012 of the Village of Forest Park. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Burns. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion? There's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is ordinance O-03-23.
Commissioners, next item is a resolution approving, an ordinance authorizing the sale or disposition of surplus property of the Village of Forest Park, a TV and an ID machine. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Vogt. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion? Okay, there's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is ordinance O-04-23.
Commissioners, next item is a resolution approving pay request number 1 for the Village of Forest Park Fire Department's roof replacement project from CSR Roofing Company. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Vogt. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Nero will second.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and give that to Commissioner Maxim since she's here. That's a joke, Commissioner. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there discussion? Okay, there's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R-04-23.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, next item is a resolution approving and ratifying the execution of a postage equipment maintenance agreement with Pitney Bowes Incorporated. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Burns. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion? There's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R-05-23.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next item is a resolution rescinding resolution R-103-2020, 22 and authorizing approval of a financial advisor letter agreement by and between the Village of Forest Park and Ice Miller. Is there a motion?
I will make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Burns. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxam. Discussion? There's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxam,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R 6 23.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, next item is a resolution of the Village of Forest Park in support of tax increment financing. Is there a motion?
I will make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Burns. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion? There's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxam,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R 7 23.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner, next item is an approval request from the Forest Park Public Library for use of the Grove for a kids' science program taking place on May 20th of this year, 2023. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
It's been moved by Commissioner Vogt. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion? None, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxam,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye. Okay, Commissioners, next is approval, a request for approval from the Forest Park Public Library for a banner in support of Black History Month. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Vogt. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxam. Discussion? Okay, there's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxam,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye. Okay, Commissioners, next item is approval request from the Forest Park Chamber of Commerce. This is to display banners marking St. Patrick's Day, the St. Patrick's Day Parade, excuse me, and also the next wine walk. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'm gonna try to get one. I'm gonna try to get one in here. Nero make that motion.
No.
Because Commissioner, because you were louder than Commissioner Vogt, we're going to go ahead and give you this one. I could hear the passion in your voice from California. And we're going to go ahead and give a second to Commissioner Vogt with no objection. All right. And there may be one more approval if you really want it. Okay, so there's no discussion on the banner request, correct? Okay, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxam,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero, Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is all his.
Okay, Commissioners, this is our final approval request of the evening. This is a request by O'Sullivan's Public House for use of the public way during the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Is there a motion?
Nero will make that motion.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Nero. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Vogt. Discussion? There's none. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Burns,
Aye.
Commissioner Maxam,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye. Okay, Commissioners, that concludes our new business for the evening. We're at Administrator's Report. Moses?
All right, real quickly, item 9A that was on the agenda this evening will take place at the next meeting. A gentleman from Seabell who will be giving that presentation could not make it this evening. So while we'll have the presentation at the next meeting, we're also going to talk about, hopefully, it should be ready by the next meeting, our 2023 infrastructure program. Right now, I'm having Tish look at our economic capacity of what we can do for the year. Some of the projects we're going to be receiving grant money for. So by the next meeting, we should have at least a draft version of what we'd like to do take place in 2023. As I said at the last meeting, we're going to have some IDOT projects commence in early spring, Des Plaines Avenue and Roosevelt Road. So there will be potentially a busy summer here in Forsman. So stay tuned. So thank you.
Thank you, Moses. Commissioner Burns,
Nothing for tonight.
Commissioner Maxim.
Yeah, I just have one thing, an update on the mental health fair that I talked about last meeting. I met today with directors Glinke and Deluski and the mayor's assistant Rachel Entler. We are tentatively gonna do the mental health fair on May 6th. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so it kind of fits in perfectly with that theme. And we're going to be bringing in a lot of local vendors to provide resources for local mental health and social service, food insecurity, housing insecurity, stuff like that, help for residents and for people in the Proviso community. We're partnering with Proviso Township Mental Health Commission, and they're going to help bring in resources and potentially also help fund the fair. So we're really excited about that. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxim. Commissioner Nero.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
No, he does. Yeah. So yeah, I apologize for the lag. I am up away at work in the mountains here in the northern part of California, and the signal is sketchy at best. So I apologize for that. But I did want to take just a couple minutes here to circle back on a couple things that we talked about some time ago and provide some closure to those items. And so with that, we'll just get started here. So traffic and safety, the Traffic and Safety Committee in town did their job, right? It is a committee that's designed to be the sounding board for issues and concerns within the Village of Forest Park regarding, roadways, walkways, sidewalks, these kinds of issues. And if for some reason I cut out, just interrupt me, please. Thank you. Don't let me continue. And they did a great job accepting and vetting several concerns in the Village of Forest Park. And it wasn't too long ago that Jordan Kuhn, the committee chair, actually presented to the council some of these items. And I just wanted to give kind of a quasi status update and provide some closure. So not only does the council members, but also the residents of Forest Park, and most importantly, the committee chair and the members understand that their work is appreciated and that the system and the process works. So that's the whole idea. So the first thing was, and also I know Sal is sitting in there, and I know it's probably a little off script, but Sal, if I miss the beat on something here, if you could provide some clarity, that would be great. And I'll try to do my best to kind of wrap it. So the first one I wanted to talk about was, unless you wanted me to wait till you had a microphone there, or should I just run with it?
I'm here.
My man. All right. So the first thing is the Madison crosswalk yield to pedestrian signs in town. On Madison Street, we have it available at the crosswalks, the yield to pedestrian signs, and there's been some issues with the batteries and some concern as to their functionality. And up to this point, all of the batteries have been replaced and have been serviced. And I know that we're trying to find a path forward to kind of support the communications of these types of yield devices back and forth and help enhance that. I don't know if you want to provide any color to that, Sal.
As of last Friday, all of them were communicating properly, except for the ones on Beloit, which there's a broken solar panel. So we're in the process of fixing that. But other than that, all crosswalks are working.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Okay. And this next one was a little bit more entailed, and this was Madison and Elgin. And basically what this is there's a crosswalk that goes across Madison Street there. And what happens is the concern was that people move down on the left-hand side, which ends up being the turning lane when you get up to Harlem Avenue there. And so the fix was to put a pedestrian crosswalk sign in the thatched area in the crosswalk in between the two lanes. And then this would be a deterrent for vehicles to try to, when they try to turn, go left and speed up the wrong side of the road there to try to catch that turn lane when there's traffic. There's a blind spot in the crosswalk, and it is the council's opinion and my opinion that instead of waiting for something to happen there again, that we take some swift safety action. So collaborating with both police and fire department, and they're okay with it. And we're working towards the installation of this type of sign. It is a removable sign, so we can continue to provide the wonderful service and clearing of the snow. Emergency vehicles can get in and out of there. It is a breakaway sign, so there should be no issues there. Did I miss anything there, Director Stella?
No, the sign was ordered. It's flush mounted. It is collapsible in case an emergency vehicle has to get through. So it has been ordered. It will be installed once we receive it.
Excellent. What do we have here? Okay, this next one was another issue that was brought up, and this is on just behind Madison, on Marengo, behind Madison Commons. There's an alley back there. When you come out of the alley on the west side, there's a blind spot on the sidewalk. After collaborating with my fine colleagues there and looking at the recommendations by the Traffic and Safety Board, and talking with Director Stella, that we believe a mirror and a signage and some signage warning of the blind alley is not unreasonable and can help to promote public health and safety. And so we're working towards that as well. And I believe the last one that we haven't talked about was Lathrop and Brown was another concern. And there was some curb painting that needed to be done over there, and I'm pretty sure that has been completed as well. Is that correct?
Yes, going back to the one prior to that, I have ordered some convex mirrors to be installed at the sidewalk, and there's a yield to pedestrian sign that's also being installed there too. And yes, during our regular maintenance of painting curbs over the summer, those curbs were painted.
Fantastic. So thank you, Director Stella. I just wanted to thank the council members for working together with traffic and safety to, not only hear the concerns of the residents, but also to be happy that the process works, the loop is closed, and these issues have been resolved. And so with that, I will end my report. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner Nero. Commissioner Vogt.
I just wanted to comment about it was encouraging to sit down and have another budget meeting today, and it's always exciting to talk about the influx of some cash into the village. So we were discussing the ARPA and capital fund projects that will potentially be starting in the next couple of years. A lot of improvements, especially when we're talking about our buildings, have been sort of reactionary and done piecemeal, and some of them have been put off for a really long time. So it's exciting to see some movement on that. It's also exciting to talk about some other things like updating parks and beautifying our, business district. All that's very encouraging. It's a bittersweet pill because there's never enough money, but it is exciting to be talking about getting some of these improvements happening. And Commissioner Nero's report is helpful in illustrating all of the things our Director of Public Works does in the Public Works Department. They spin a lot of plates and have been trying to catch up with even a lot of we sort of had to restrict a lot of things during COVID. So they've been playing catch up for many years. Painting curbs, maintaining public ways or streets, all of those things. And it can be very difficult for them when their energies have to be focused in one particular place. And we've had an ongoing issue, unfortunately, with trash. A lot of it does accumulate on Madison, along with some other places. But one thing that we can do in partnership with Madison is, asking our business owners also to help and step up and do their part. It is a condition of your business license to keep the area outside of your space clear. I know we have a lot of really wonderful people in this community. One of them's here tonight that likes to organize community cleanup days. Kristen does that on her own. We've had some in the village. But it is really hard when our public works crew has to focus a lot of energies in one place when they have so much to do. So everybody kind of stepping up and trying to help keep the village clean. We would appreciate that. And one other thing, we did have to say goodbye to one of our rec board members. They had to step down. So now we have a few empty seats, and so they are looking forward to filling those, and it's a little harder to make quorum now that we've lost another member. And that's all I have today.
Thank you, Commissioner Vogt. Commissioners, I think everyone received an email asking whether or not you intend to attend this year's WCMC, the West Central Municipal Conference Legislative Breakfast. I think that's on February 4th. If you have not responded, please make sure you respond. Generally, we purchase a table, and it's always a very informative event. It's a good chance to interact with our colleagues from the neighboring towns. And speaking of the neighboring towns, I think everyone knows that we're part of something called C4, the Ross Communities Climate Collaborative. The three principles of C4, Mayor Zaducci, Skaman, and Thompson were honored last weekend in Washington, D.C. at the U.S. Conference of Mayors. So C4 received a grant for $150,000 in recognition of this initiative and its work and its promise. So that's positive. I think we can all congratulate them. Of course, we want to encourage people to participate in the Citizens Police Academy. We appreciate Chief Gross and his team for putting on that again. And then at an earlier meeting, we talked quite a bit about mental health and whether or not this village could dedicate more resources to mental health. I had the chance to see a presentation today, a luncheon presentation with Sheriff Dart. And Sheriff Dart talked extensively about how the jail, the Cook County Jail, has been reducing recidivism by collecting data and addressing some of the mental health challenges of the men and women who find themselves in the custody of the Cook County Sheriff's Department. I'm not going to go into it into too much detail, but he did have a video. I'm going to see if we can get that video available for our use. And, generally, while we have a small lockup operation and, of course, limited resources here, the sheriff has talked a lot about collaborating with communities. And I think there's a way where the actions that this village takes can kind of fit in to different county initiatives. And sometimes that includes law enforcement meeting, mental health services, whether, certainly we give the police the tools that they need to be successful, but we also, supplement them with additional tools. Just to give you a real quick illustration, when I read some of the police reports, and you all have the opportunity to read these too, some of the same homes require multiple police visits, again and again and again. And sometimes, the reports include that there are very specific, mental health conditions present in the home. So rather than, see our sworn officers have to return, maybe we can address other tools to kind of attack some of those problems and some of those risk factors. And that's the kind of thing that Sheriff Dart uses the jail resources to do. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you. And I think this is going to be an ongoing discussion here in the village. And having said that, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Yes, sir. Nero will make that motion.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Nero. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Burns. Madam Clerk?
Aye.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye, we're adjourned.